Well, what a game that was. I have to say, first of all, before I talk about the game in general, the player ratings and everything in between, Coach Chris Hughton has my utmost respect. For the second game running, he used his substitutions to great effect, getting the result. Looking at the position in which we're in, he got us the much needed result. A point on the board more looks like a point gain than 2 points dropped. Angola will feel hard done by after they basically dominated this game and had Ghana running ragged. But some way, somehow, the Black Stars found a way to get back into this game. And if not for that shot, which could have gone into the net from Joseph Paintsel, we could have been looking at 3 points today from a position of losing here in Luanda. Today I'm going to talk about the player ratings, look at the performance of the players and the issue with the Ghana Black Stars. We have a big problem, and I think the way to address it will take some serious time. Hughton needs time, but he's showing signs of being promising. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates. So that was a draw from the Ghana Black Stars, a game to forget for some of the players who were in action today. I, for one, was surprised by Coach Chris Hughton's starting 11. The game had Thomas Partey being rested, Hughton thinking that Partey was not needed for this one. We had Antoine Semenyo starting. After getting that late winning goal in Kumasi, he earned the right to start. A debut for Kingsley Schindler. Who would want to forget that quickly? Not a great game for him. But Edmond Addo's inclusion following that performance in Kumasi for this game was quite surprising to me. I did not expect Edmond Addo to survive from that first game. But Hughton has his ways, and eventually Edmond Addo did get substituted. But all in all, the only two surprises in the starting 11 for me were Edmond Addo and Kamaldeen Suleiman, and I'll explain to you why. Edmond was not great in that first game. Kamaldeen Suleiman dilly-dallied on the ball in that first game and failed to release the passes in time, failed to look out for runs from Iñaki Williams. So those were my two reasons why I thought these two players should not be in there. But all in all, you have to say trust the coach, and if he sees an issue with his lineup or with the game as it is happening, he will make the necessary changes. Making the necessary changes he did to get us the point we needed. Let's talk about the goalkeeper first and foremost. Lawrence Atizigi once again here for the Ghana Black Stars, and I have to say congratulations, Lawrence Atizigi. I think I'm a fan of his now. Despite the fact that he was the most tested goalkeeper on the pitch today, being ran ragged, the defense of the Black Stars could not breathe. Ghana had just one shot on target, and that was the goal we had. So Atizigi, looking at all of this, did himself quite proud, I have to say. He was called upon several times and answered. I remember one chance when they were running down at our goal and Atizigi had to use his legs. One-on-one had to use his leg to stop the ball. There were shots in the first half which he used his hand to push up over the bar. Lawrence Atizigi did well today, and I have to say congratulations to him. At right back, Kingsley Schindler, whose side was used for most of the attacks today. He did not do himself proud in his debut for the Ghana Black Stars, and he would want to forget that quickly. His side was an outlet most of the time for the Angola national team to attack from. It was not great, and he would not want to remember this debut, want to move on from it and get another chance. In the center of defense, it was Joseph Edu and Daniel Amati, who was captaining the side. And Amati's tackle led to that penalty that got Angola the lead they so badly needed. I have to say, Amati has been a bit jittery in defense at times. Some would say that penalty was a bit harsh, but it was a foul. There was contact, and clearly Angola deserved it looking at the run of play. Joseph Edu made some last-ditch tackles, was also suspect a bit in defense. I have to say, all these players have not played together regularly enough. So I would not want to be a bit too harsh on them and judge them based on this one game. Amate and Edu have not played together, if I'm not mistaken, in recent times. So the pairing, the understanding was not there, and it was evident in how they coordinated that back line. It was not the best of games for both centre backs. At left back, Gideon Mensah did not improve from the first game. His crosses into the box were so abysmal. They were not good. I have to say that Gideon Mensah once again did not impress me. I don't know about you, but I was not impressed with his performance today. Edmond Addo in midfield once again cut a frustrating figure at times in there. I have to say that Edmond Addo, I personally would like to see why Chris Hughton insists on starting him. Would have liked to pick his brain on that, but Edmond Addo, a few moments there he had of a good play, but all in all, I did not enjoy his passing and interplay with Salih Abdul Samed, who I'll come to next. The understanding between the two were not there. I felt Thomas Partey playing with Salih would have been much better, but it was not there, and that is how the game was for me. Majid Ashimeru also impressed me a lot. He came on, moved the ball forward, progressed it better. I think that substitution should have been more forthcoming. When we realized Thomas Partey was not going to be viable for this game, Ashimeru should have been included from the get-go. But Hughton addressed it, and thankfully it did not cost us here. Edmond Addo, not a great day for him at the office. Salih Abdul Samed had his moments, and I have to say, all in all, the Ghana Black Stars team were not at their topmost best. It was a jittery performance. We were fortunate to come back into it later on, but it was a jittery performance. And being Salih Abdul Samed, the full of praise for him, I think he marshaled or did what he could well, and he played his part, although not the best of Salihs that have become accustomed to. Kudus Mohammed and Jordan Ayew, not so great in terms of passing. I have to say my issue with Kudus is releasing the ball and looking out for runs. There were some balls that Kudus Mohammed should have been looking at the man up front, which was today Antoine Semenyo. He should have been his target, but you see Kudus going sideways into Kamaldeen Sulemana, who was not properly positioned. Sometimes I like to pick the brain of players on how they see the game at times. I think in-game is quite difficult for them. I want more of our wingers and midfielders to be looking out for the runs of our strikers. It's one big issue, and we saw it today. We saw Iñaki Williams cut a frustrating figure in the game versus Angola at Kumasi. Antoine Semenyo came on, got that last-ditch goal, had a few chances in there. And the thing with Antoine is he probably gets a bit more involved and goes back, gets touch of the ball, gets back into the box. But there's so much you can do, and I've said it and I've already been saying it. Antoine Semenyo, Iñaki Williams, whoever we put up front will need service, and the service was lacking today as well. From Jordan, from Kamaldeen Sulemana, it did not happen today once again. The service was not coming, and you'd see what I meant when you look to the striker, look out for the runs. That is more. Kudus Mohammed as well. Jordan Ayew, hardworking, tireless as ever, but his passing was not also as good as I've become used to. He had moments, he had a good game, you can call it good, but delivery and service was lacking for the Ghana Black Stars. The substitutions came in and we could see the difference. Osman Bukari, Joseph Painso, these were guys who looked to give service, which was lacking to the men in the middle. Almost a goal by Iñaki Williams, that cross into the box. Give him more of those chances, get our strikers involved a bit more, and we will have goals. We will get goals. That is all that I feel is our issue here. And Hughton has shown that he can make the changes in game that will affect the results eventually. But sometimes it could be too little, too late. From the offset, we should be getting things right. But sometimes it happens, and we learn and move on. Let me know your thoughts on the comments box on the game itself, what I've said about it. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What do you disagree with me on? I'll see you guys in the next one. A draw for Ghana. We have not yet qualified. We still have to play Madagascar and Central African Republic to determine whether we can be at AFCON 2023 in Ivory Coast. We will be there, but we are making hard work of it here. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great evening.